This is a story called The Little Monsters, Chapter 68, the sponsored Pram race. It's almost time for the school summer holidays and the kids want to do something fun to raise money for the homeless. However, they're struggling to come up with an idea. Then one day on their way to school they see some people pushing prams and Creeper said, "I have an idea, guys. We could have a pram race. We could ask people if they have any old prams they don't use anymore. And we could tell them that we're doing it for charity. We could get them to donate money and to sponsor us." "I think that's a brilliant idea. We could get the adults to join in too, and on the day we could get people to go around the audience with buckets and collect money," said Stumpy. "We can ask Mrs. Tinker if we can put posters up around the school and a chart so that anyone who wants to take part can put their name down and pay a £5 entry fee," said Kicker. During playtime, the gang went to see Mrs. Tinker and she thought that the sponsored pram race was an amazing idea. She told the kids that they could design their own posters and put them up around the school with a list underneath for people to put their names on. The kids spent the rest of playtime and the most of lunchtime making the posters and putting them up around school. They also put them up on the lamppost on the streets. Mrs. Tinker did the sponsor forms and handed them to each teacher to give to anyone who wanted to take part. The posters said that the pram race would be in 2 weeks' time on a Saturday afternoon, and the winner would receive a £100 shopping voucher. Leading up to the race, the gang made sure that they got loads of their joke stuff together so that they could play tricks on the audience. There were so many people who wanted to take part in the pram race that they decided that it would be best to have 4 races with 20 people in each one. Each winner would receive a £100 shopping voucher each, and everyone had to dress as babies or pay a forfeit of £3. On the day of the pram race, some people came dressed as babies and others chose to pay the forfeit. All those who came dressed as babies were told that the school would donate £10 on their behalf to the homeless people's charity. The first race was the kids' race and Kicker and Creeper won first prize, which was a £100 shopping voucher each. The second race was the adults' race and Stampy and Stumpy's dad came first and they too won a £100 shopping voucher each. Then when it was the kids' last race and the 2 kids from another school won first prize, which was a £100 shopping voucher each. The last race was the adults' race and 2 men won. The pram race was such a huge success that the school organised another one for 2 weeks' time. This time it would be on the Saturday and Sunday. Everyone was charged a £5 entry fee again. They were also told to dress as babies or pay a £3 forfeit. Again, those that dressed up as babies would have £10 donated to the homeless shelter on their behalf. At the first pram race, the kids didn't play any tricks on people because they forgot and they were in both races. This time they're going round with the collection buckets and they're adamant that they're going to play tricks on people. On the day of the race they took all their joke stuff with them. When no one was looking they went round putting their pink cushions in as many prams as they could. When anyone got in them, they sat on them and jumped out of the pram howling in pain with the pink cushions stuck in their bums, much to everyone's amusement. Everyone knew that it was the Little Monsters gang that had put them there. When the gang were going round with donation buckets, they sneakily put fat sweets in people's bags and pockets. If they saw anyone with drinks, they would sneakily put fart gas in them, causing members of the audience to constantly fart. After the first race was over, the kids went to get their pincushions back, but they couldn't find them anywhere. They didn't have time to continue looking for them because the next race was about to start. However, they did have time to put their toy spiders in the prams when no one was looking. When everyone got in the prams, the spiders bit their bums, causing them to jump out, howling in pain, with the spiders hanging from their bums, much to everyone's amusement. When the race finished, the gang went to get their toy spiders back, but they couldn't find them. They didn't have time to keep looking for them because the next race was about to start. However, they did have time to put their toy snakes in the prams before the race started. When the competitors sat in the prams, the snakes bit their bums really hard, causing them to jump up howling in pain, again much to everyone's amusement. Again, when the race was over with, the kids went to collect their toys, but they weren't there. They searched and searched, but they couldn't find them. Again, they didn't have time to keep looking because the final race was about to start, and they had to go around with the donation buckets. After the final race, the kids gave their donation buckets with all the money in to Mrs. Tinker, and she asked them to go with her for a minute. As they did so, they were told to get in the prams. When they sat in them, their toys bit them hard on their bums, much to everyone's amusement. At the end of the day, when the money was counted, they'd raised well over £20,000. However, they weren't finished yet because everyone had to collect their sponsor money. When all the money was in, they'd managed to raise exactly £25,000. End of chapter 68. Thank you for watching, guys.